kind of a quick presentation, give you guys a real good sense as to, who our company is, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. And we're going to load up our slideshow here. For my wife, Jean, and I, by the way, we got started with the company at the very commencement. And my wife and I, we only knew one person outside of the United States when we first got started. And that was Miss Renita Lowry up in Canada, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with the geography, she lives directly across the border. I mean, she could like walk across the border in 5 minutes. So for all practical purposes, we knew someone technically that was in Canada, but practically lives in the United States. But today, as we look at our team, it's now in 52 different countries. It is spread like wildfire, and I barely speak one language. So I promise you, it's not us. We got a team in Korea, and if you can't tell, I don't speak Korean. So we have a massive team in France. I don't speak French. We have a massive team throughout Latin America. I don't speak Spanish. And my point being is that it's not us. It's really the power of the concept. It's the power of the information. It's the power of showing people how to travel the world for less money, how to travel the world for free, and how to get paid to travel. And so that's kind of what our company's all about. And, if you were to go out and ask most people around the globe, if you had all the time and all the money in the world, what would you do? You're going to find out that the predominant answer is I would travel. And the only thing that holds people back is a lack of money. So again, our company focused in on doing 3 things better than any other company on the planet. And it bears worth repeating. We show people how to travel for less, like 70% off. Not like 10% off, like 70% off. We show people how they can travel for free, and we show people how they can get paid to travel. And that has been a winning formula for our company. Now, the company got started back in 2013. The company's debt-free, 52 countries, paid out millions in commissions around the globe. The paychecks go out every single Friday like clockwork. Our CEO and founder and his lovely wife, they're world-class entrepreneurs. And in fact, Mr. Hart was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. So a gentleman that's got an incredible career in traditional business, got into the direct selling space, started setting records there, started his company, and once again is innovating, pioneering things that no other company's ever done. And we're going to kind of show that to you here in just a couple seconds. Now, when you look at the travel space, happens to be the single largest industry on the planet. Some proof of that. Just look at a list of the top 10 internet companies in the world, and you see some usual suspects. Amazon, no big surprise. In fact, the guy who owns Amazon is the richest guy in the world. If you look at Google, again, no big surprise. I think they're in the top 4 richest in the world. If you look at Facebook, that's top 5 richest in the world, right? You look at eBay, Netflix. Well, on that list of the top 10, you see not 1, but 2 travel companies. Now, this is what we call a clue, right? This is where the money is. Well, the other thing that should probably alarm you is when you start thinking about Priceline and Expedia, they do not own anything travel related. There is no Expedia cruise line. There is no Priceline airline. There is no Expedia resort. These guys are making billions and billions and billions of dollars, just like Amazon, just like Google, and yet they don't own anything travel related. How is that possible? And it's because there is a monopoly in the travel space. So people today, when they want to go book travel, a lot of moms and dads want to make sure they get a good price. And so they tend to price shop. They go from one site to the next site to the next site. So they might go to Expedia and check their price. Then they go over to Orbitz and check their price. Then they go to Trivago, Travelocity, Hotwire, Hotels.com. And at the end of the day, they're like, wow, seems like everyone's got about the same price, so it must be a good deal. Not realizing the same company owned every single one of those sites. I mean, the fix was in. They're leading you to believe that you're price shopping when it's really the same company under a lot of different names. And that's allowed them to jack the price up and make billions and billions of dollars. So we wanted to bring something different to this industry. We wanted to bring a different kind of a model, a Netflix kind of a model. We wanted to be a disruptor, kind of how Uber was to the transportation industry. And we first did that by going out there and taking advantage of what we call bulk buying. Now, many of you have done this before. If you've ever been to a Starbucks or if you've ever been to a certain convenience store, you might have gone in and you purchased a bottle of water. And one bottle of water in Starbucks and a lot of places in the world is $4 for a single bottle. By the way, in Rand, that would be what, 64 Rand, okay? So you're going to pay 64 Rand in a lot of places, they're in South Africa for one bottle of water. However, you can buy an entire case of the exact same water. If you go down to some kind of a Price Club, Costco, Walmart, one of the big shopping discount types of places, you can end up buying 32 of the exact same water for the exact same price, about, 32 Rand. And so how is it possible that one bottle can cost me 32 Rand in a convenience store, and a case of water costs me 32, and when I'm buying at the grocery store in a bulk, buying situation? So most of us have kind of done this in a small microcosm before. Well, a similar thing is true in travel. If you go out there and you stroke a very large check in advance, you can buy up a lot of the inventory for pennies on the dollar. They get their guaranteed revenue. They have no idea whether you're going to sell that inventory or not. All they know is they got paid for it. And of course, now you get the advantage of that cheaper price. Well, from there, then the company decided to put together an amazing travel club, one that can show almost anybody, anywhere, on any budget, how to have 2 amazing vacations per year. I'm talking 7 nights, 8 days each trip. So we're talking 14 nights, 16 days. Again, you get 2 trips per year. So 14 nights, 16 days at absolutely incredible, stunning destinations. And we happen to have 2,000 of these all around the globe. It doesn't matter whether you want to go to Asia, parts of Africa, you want to go to Europe, you want to go to the Philippines, you want to go to Fiji, you want to go to Mexico, Canada, the United States, the Caribbean. If you can dream it, we can book it. And so we have, 2,000 incredible destinations. On the screen, you're seeing one of those destinations. Now, this is Pueblo Bonito Resort at Sunset Beach. Now, this is in Cabo. This is a place that Lawrence loves to go. So if you've never been to Cabo, you need to definitely put that on your bucket list. This happens to be one of the nicest resorts on the planet. If you were to simply Google Pueblo Bonito Resort at Sunset Beach, when you see the pictures, your jaw will drop open. You'll start to feel some salivation in your mouth, right? You got to get a little Kleenex and kind of, wipe off that off, because you're going to start thinking, man, when are we going, right? And so this is one of the resorts, gorgeous, gorgeous, on the ocean. And with our club, you can join the club, pay your membership fee. And again, once every 6 months, you can take all of the points that you're going to accumulate, cash those points in and say, I want to go there for 7 nights, 8 days. And in this particular case, if you're a platinum member, your bill is $0 and 0 cents. Zilch, nada, goose egg, cero dinero. It translates in every language. Cost you nothing. And so who do you know that, my gosh, if I could have 2 trips like this per year, that would just be absolutely incredible. And so this is the kind of thing we're doing. As I mentioned, we have these all over the place. If you want to go to Orlando, Florida, be right outside of Disney, we can get you a full kitchen. When I say full kitchen, I'm talking about full-size refrigerator, dishwasher, sinks, spatulas, pots, pans, glasses, can openers, blenders, all that kind of stuff, right? Full kitchen, living room, balcony, separate bedroom, and you can be there for like $1 per night. And again, that's the platinum pricing. You can buy our smaller membership, and you're there still for $18 per night. Still an absolutely incredible price. So again, to put that in terms of Rand, you can get this place for 16 Rand per night. Okay, so absolutely incredible. You can go to the Canary Islands again for $0 and 0 cents. That translates into Rand, 0 Rand and 0 cents, right? It costs you absolutely nothing. You just trade in your points and get to go and have an amazing experience. And so again, we have these all over the place. These are what we call our getaways. You can book them anytime you want. You just go to the portal. You can see all the places around the world. You can see all the dates that are available. You just go there, book it, and go. Well, we have another different kind of vacation experience, and that's what we call our world tours. And with the world tours, we do these in various parts of the world. We had one in Key West, Florida. We just had one in the Canary Islands. We have one coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is where people from around the world all go to the exact same resort at the exact same time. So here, you're not only taking advantage of the amenities. For example, this coming October 1, we are going to the Wynn in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, if you've never been to Las Vegas, I'm sure a lot of you, maybe you've seen a picture of all the lights and the glitter. The very nicest place in Vegas is called the Wynn. Now, Steve Wynn is the guy who built most of Las Vegas. And when he built his final hotel, he named it after himself. It's a monument to himself. And so this is a 5-star, 5-diamond resort. That's not my opinion. Forbes magazine has given it that designation 24 different times. And so again, nicest place on the planet. And you can go there and the rooms cost hundreds of dollars per night. Now, if you want to get one of the panoramic room views, those are above the 28th floor. Takes a special key just to get up there, special elevator. And now you've got this unbelievable view of all of Las Vegas, Nevada, all of the lights, all of the mountains that surround it. These rooms go for over $600 per night. Well, our members are going there for a 4-day experience, October 1 through the 4th, and it's going to cost them as platinum members $199. So a room that typically goes for $600 a night, they're going to be there for 4 days. It's only costing them $199 flat. That's you, your spouse, your kids, your dog, if you can sneak them in, and say, anybody you bring, you can put in that room for a total of $199. Now, that's actually just the beginning of the experience, because the thing that makes the World Tour so special is when you get to connect with like-minded people. And you're going to find that, people, bird of a feather flock together. And so it's a common expression in the United States. And so what it means is that, people who love to travel, people who love to have fun, people who are optimistic, people who want to build a business, they want to get ahead, they want to, do something special for their families. They want to, get around other people just like that. Well, when you go to a world tour, you're suddenly meeting all kinds of people who are just like you. Every time you meet somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, this could be my new BFF. This could be my new best friend. Because again, you meet someone and it's like, you can see the sparks flying, the conversations flowing back and forth. You're like, wow, these are amazing people. Of course they are. They're people just like you. And so you have this incredible connection, not just with this amazing resort, but with people from around the world. And it creates this euphoric experience that you simply cannot purchase online. And these are our world tours. And we are doing these world tours all over the place, right? We had a ton scheduled for this year. Obviously that got delayed a little bit, but next year I think the company's planning like 30 of these where you can attend. Again, this is the Las Vegas one I mentioned a moment ago. You can see if you hadn't seen the city before. I mean, absolutely just incredible place, a magical place. For those of you who are American football fans, I know you guys play real football. You got rugby and soccer. We call it soccer, right? Well, the American football where they have to put on helmets and stuff like that, right? We're not tough as you guys. They happen to have the Las Vegas Raiders. So they just moved to the brand new stadium in Las Vegas. So if any of you happen to catch that, they were showing the city just last night on American television all over the place. So again, incredible resorts. Now, what I'm describing to you this very moment, we can do this whether we're talking about activities, hotels, tours, resorts, group travel, rental cars, you name it, right? We can show people how to save up to 60, 70% off. And I believe that documentation meets conversation. So I grabbed some slides here where we're going to do just a side-by-side comparison. I understand that everything I'm about to show you is the exact same date, the exact same room, the exact same bed, the exact same pillow. You don't get an extra mint on your pillow because you paid too much over at Expedia, okay? So everything's exactly the same. So here's Priceline. Of course, they got Captain Kirk, the Priceline negotiator. Beam me up, Scotty. I mean, certainly the Priceline negotiators get me the best price possible, $1,307. At least that's what everyone believes. That is until you find out the real price of $665, meaning that Priceline marked it up $641. So when you went there to book that, they were making $641 on you. And that starts to frustrate a lot of moms and dads. They're like, wait a minute, hold on. We've been saving up all year long for this trip, all to find out that we were paying twice as much because some internet site that wanted to pay Captain Kirk a whole bunch of money to get on television, convince me it's a good deal, was jacking it up, this much. And so again, we're showing people how to save big time money by doing the Netflix model and getting rid of all of that markup that typically goes on in this space. Here's the Crystal Cancun Resort. Again, this is compared to Expedia. Here you're saving almost $100 per night. And again, I could go through place after place after place all around the world, and it's the exact same kind of a story. Now, you can get involved with our company. We have 3 levels of membership. We have our basic membership, which it goes for, by the way, but somehow or another, I put the 49 on the partnership. Oh, partnership's 49. It's $39 a month on the basic membership, $69 a month on the titanium membership. It's $125 a month on our platinum membership, which is our best seller, by the way. So our platinum is our number one. That's where you get all the pricing. A lot of the pricing examples I gave you here were based on platinum. Now, the great thing is that if you do the platinum or the titanium membership, all you have to do is bring on 3 other people, tell 3, and your membership is better than free. Because when you tell 3, you are earning more than you're spending. And so again, just go out and tell 3 other people, which for tons of moms and dads around the world, that's what has excited them. I mean, they dream of going on vacations. They dream of giving their kids incredible experiences, yet it is obviously expensive. But if I get involved with this company, I can not only, number one, save huge money the day I join, but if I tell 3 other people, then I got the membership for free, which means I can now go to Pueblo Bonito Sunset Beach once every 6 months, and it costs me nothing. The membership costs me nothing. Again, that translates in every language, including RAN. It costs you 0 RAN. And so again, you get involved, you tell a few other people at that moment, you've earned your membership for free. Well, as you can imagine, your few people want their membership for free. So they go tell a few people. Well, then their few want their membership for free, and they tell a few people. And what happens is the group begins to spread. And we're going to pay you on all of that activity in our 10X compensation program. Now, we call this 10X because we literally pay out 10 times as much as other companies in our space. Now, that is not my opinion. That is a fact. The great thing about numbers is numbers don't lie. If I have a certain size team over here, I make Y. I have the exact same size team over here, I make X. The number is the number. I'm going to prove to you in a moment that we have a 10X pay program. Now, one of the things we also have in our program is we have incredible direct sales commissions. So every time you sell one of our memberships, you're either going to earn $12.50, $25, or $50 for the membership you sell. Now, that's the beginning. So when day one, if I sell a basic, I make $12.50. If I sell a platinum, I make $50. But I can earn my way through the compensation program where I earn more and more money as I rank advance in the comp program. So for example, if I go out there and bring on 3 other people, well, I just rank advanced. Now, if I go sell a platinum membership, I don't make $50. I now make $60. Well, if my few tell a few, well, I just rank advanced again. Now I'm a 1-star. If I go sell a platinum membership, I don't make $50. Now I make $70. Their few tell a few. Well, I just rank advanced again. Now if I sell a platinum membership, I don't make $70. I make $80. So I started making $50, and all of a sudden now I'm all the way over to $80. Well, that goes all the way to the point that you're making $110 on every personal membership you sell. Well, here's the other thing. You get to earn the difference between your rank and the rank of people below you. So let's assume that you're a platinum member. You bring me on board. I buy a platinum membership. You just earned $110 when I bought that platinum membership. I go sell a membership to Lawrence. He buys a platinum membership. I just made $50. I'm doing the happy dance. You just made $60 and you don't even know Lawrence, okay? And so then Lawrence goes and sells Darryl Maria membership. Lawrence just made $50. He's doing the happy dance, and you just made another $60, and you don't know Darryl Maria. And so again, this continues infinitely deep where you can make just some incredible money on all of those memberships that are happening. And again, this is just Fast Start Buddy. Now, the real fun happens in our binary compensation program. Now, we call it binary because you can only have 2 legs. So just like your physical body has a left leg and a right leg, so does your business. So if you were to bring on, let's say, Lawrence, and you were to bring on me, Lawrence is in your left leg, I'm in your right leg. Anybody else that you ever bring on from here on out forevermore has to go below either Lawrence or me, one of the two, which means when you understand our compensation program, you want to say yes as fast as possible. You want to be on someone's front line. The closer you can be, the better it is, because everything they ever do from here on out is going to go below you. And so again, that's a good place to be. So you got a left leg, you got a right leg. So let's assume that you bring on a third person. Well, as you see in the example here, that third person had to go below one of the first 2. That's the spillover effect. Now, here's what's awesome. In our company, as I mentioned earlier, when you get 3, you are now earning more than you're spending. So if you do our platinum membership, you're paying the company $125 a month. You bring on 3 people, they're paying you $127 a month. That means you're getting paid $2.10 to go on vacations. And so again, you're earning more than you're spending. The same is true whether you do the titanium. If you bring on 3 other people, earning more than you're spending. And then with our basic membership, you got to bring on 4. So with the basic membership, you got to get 1 extra person to have that be earning more than you're spending. So with the first 2, I only got to get 3. With the last one, I got to get 4. Now let's assume that you went out there and you bring on 4 people. So at this moment, you're enjoying free vacations. Well, you help your 4 get 4. Now they're enjoying free vacations. Well, that just made you a 1-star director. That means that you are now earning $300 to $700 per month. If I were to give you an average of that, I would say that you're earning minimum $400 per month. And at $400 per month, just do the 16 Rand, right? That means that you'd be earning, what would that be? Be earning 1,600. See, hold on, see real quick. Make sure I don't get the wrong number here. So you're earning 400 minimum Rand times 16. That means you're earning 6,400 Rand per month, minimum. Now you could be earning as much as 11,200 Rand. So somewhere in that neighborhood, 6,400 Rand to 11,200 Rand. And again, what did you do? You went out and got 4. You're enjoying some free vacations. You help your 4 get 4. They're enjoying some free vacations. And now you're earning somewhere between 6,400 and 11,200 Rand. Now, if you can help your 4 get 4, do that one more time, you're going to become a 2-star director. At this moment, you are now earning somewhere between $1,500 and $2,500 per month in our compensation structure. Now, if I were to convert that to Rand, you take 1,500 times 16, you're earning somewhere in the neighborhood of 24,000 minimum Rand, all the way up to something more than that, possibly 30-some-odd thousand Rand. And so again, what did you do? I went out and got 4, got myself some free vacations. I helped my 4 get some free vacations. I helped their 4 get some free vacations. I'm earning now a minimum of 24,000 Rand. I could be earning 30-some-odd thousand Rand every single month. And all for showing people how to do something they down deep. It's the one thing they dream of doing, which is traveling for less, traveling for free. And now you're actually getting paid to travel. Now, if you can go out there and help 1 or 2 people and your left and right leg do that, what you just did, okay, you're just going to duplicate what you've already done. You're going to become a 3-star director in our company, which means you are now car eligible. You could be driving a BMW, a Tesla, a Range Rover, a Mercedes, whatever that dream car is. You could be driving that car, and your income is somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 per year. So again, we'll do that in Rand for you. So we take 30,000 minimum income times 16. That's 480,000 minimum Rand, and you could be as much as 640,000 Rand. So you're somewhere between 480 and 640,000 Rand per year. And what was it you did? Well, I'll do it one more time. You went out and got 4 and got some got yourself a free vacation, 2 per year. You help your 4 do what you just did. Then you help their 4 do what you just did. You've now helped 1 or 2 people in each of your left and right leg do that. And you are now earning somewhere between 480 and 640,000 Rand per year. Well, if you can help 1 more person in each leg do what you just did, you now become a 4-star director. That means you're now earning a minimum of $50,000 per year US, which happens to be 800,000 Rand. And you could be earning as much as $60,000 per year US, which happens to be 960,000 Rand. So somewhere between 800,000 and 960,000 Rand, all because you've now helped a total of 2 to 3 people and your left and right leg do that what you did. And if you can do that 1 more time, you become an ambassador in our program, which now means you're in that 6-figure neighborhood. That is $100,000 per year, or 1,600,000 Rand, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? It might be 1,500 Rand. Could be 1,700 Rand, or 700,000 Rand, right? Or 1,700,000 Rand. So somewhere in that neighborhood is where you're going to be. And again, all you did was help a few people in your left leg and a few people in your right leg. Go out there and get some free vacations, build a team. And as you do that, your team can continue to grow. It can continue to spread. Your team might start in Dubai. Your team might start in the UK. Your team might start in South Africa. But as you tell a few who tell a few, it's going to start to bounce all over the place, just like it did for my wife and I. I mean, we've seen it now spread to 52 countries. And again, we barely speak one language. It's not us. It's the fact that people want to travel for less. They want to travel for free, and they want to get paid to travel. And this can take you all the way up to $3,200 per day. That's $96,000 per year, which this should be a fun number to convert in Rand. Hold on. 96,000 times 16. That's 1 million. By the way, 96,000 per month. That's 1,536,000 Rand per month. Okay. So 1,536,000 Rand per month is what you can earn in our compensation program. And of course, there's some other bonuses you can tap into. This is the breakdown of that $100,000 income at Ambassador, which I mentioned a moment ago. But the big thing is that we want to help every single one of you, go out there and live life to the fullest. We want to help you show other people how to do the exact same thing. And with that, I'm just going to thank Lawrence for the invitation to be here today. I'll stick around to answer any questions, but I know we got some guests on here. So Lawrence, I'll turn it back over to you.
Todd, brilliant. How do I sign up again?
I'll send you a link.
I've already signed up everyone in my family. So Todd, thank you very much. Really, really great information there. And guys, we've flown through that. Tomorrow we have a Q&A. But I'm going to hand over now to Darryl and Maria. These two are permanently on holiday. they like living a honeymoon every single week all over America. And could we hand over? Do you need hosting, Darryl Maria? Or are you okay just to have a chat?
I think we're okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Appreciate that. I see B down there. Bianca. Hi, Bianca. How are you doing? Hey, guys, I'm just so excited. Every time Todd does a presentation or explains it, just like Lawrence said, I want to sign up all over again. And what was so amazing about this, when I first saw the presentation that Todd did a while back, I saw the value for just a person to become a member. I saw what is the value of this service and would it impact somebody's life. And when I realized that the service was so amazing that the worst case scenario, if someone signed up just as a member, not even wanting to do the business, the value to that individual and their family would be just tremendous. You know, in America, so many people do want to travel. I think in Europe, I know South Africa, but in Europe, the UK, there are folks over there that holidays is almost like a religion, and being able to go on trips constantly. I think people in America want to do that, and a lot of people do travel here, but the regular folk don't get a chance to travel as much, or if they do travel, they're staying in Motel 6 or Western, or they're staying with their grandparents or a friend or a family member or somewhere else. Now we can take anybody anywhere in the world, and they can stay at places that, you know, places like Lawrence stays at, you know, these top-notch, unbelievable places, and for pennies on the dollar. So I first saw the service. Would the service impact me? Would the service impact somebody else?
Yes.
And instantly it does that. The worst case scenario is a platinum. You're going to get 2 to 3 of those amazing vacations that Todd talked about, you know, just a few minutes ago. That's the worst case scenario. But now what's happening in America and around the world, because of what's going on, more and more people are realizing that they need an opportunity. They need a plan B. They need an additional profit center. They need a side hustle to help their families, you know, survive during these, you know, tumultuous times that we actually live in. You know, out of college, I was working for $1 billion pharmaceutical company in Southern California. They're based all over the world, but I was working out of Southern California. And when I looked at the structure of that company, it was pretty much, I considered a pyramid, because my chances of reaching the top of that company were somewhere between slim and none. And Slim left town a long time ago. And I just couldn't see myself, you know, navigating up. But when I saw this industry, I saw a way that I could get a service and a product that would help me and my wife, my family, and everyone that I knew and didn't know be able to change their lives. Because I believe, you know, traveling is great for the soul, just to get away. And more people are realizing that now, that are stuck in their homes or apartments or flats or wherever they actually live. They can't go anywhere, and they're now, I got to get away. I got to get away. I got to do something. People are literally going stir crazy. So travel for me and Maria over the years, the last 30 years, has just been unbelievable. And now with a company like this, the price points that we have, the worst case scenario is unbelievable. And then if you decide that, hey, you want to use this to earn and run as a business, you have that opportunity as well to share a service that puts a smile on everyone's face. And you don't have to really explain it, because everybody understands what travel is.
That's right. You know, and Darryl mentioned that's our passion. Our passion is travel. We absolutely love it. The value that the membership brings is just so phenomenal, from the wholesale hotel rate portal to the entertainments and the discounts and the shopping and the Dreamcation platform. I mean, we've been on in 2020, 8 resort getaways already, not to mention the hotels that we booked in the wholesale hotel portal. Just being able to have access to that, just having fun, and just being able to take advantage of that. And then when we bring the fact that we can share those memberships with so many other people and get compensated for it by the company.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
That's so wonderful to be able to do that, to be able to share something that we're so excited about, like our travel memberships that we have, and just being able to share that all over the world. That's something that we love to do, something that we can do because we're traveling and people want to know, hey, how'd you get this deal here? It's so simple to do. So we're excited about it. Lawrence, we appreciate you. And Darryl, you want to add on anything?
Well, and just last but not least, it's just, I was talking to Werner last night. It was probably 12 or 1 o'clock his time. And again, I'm just so pumped up and excited. I don't know how to explain it that, I've got friends now in South Africa. I've got friends all over the world now because of this business. And anytime, Werner or anybody on the team, when Bianca out of Dubai there, whenever they go to a hotel and they've saved money or they go to one of the resorts, I mean, I see their beautiful, unbelievable videos that they put out about the savings and where they stayed. I mean, it puts a huge smile on my face. I had just a teeny bit to do with that. And in the world today, you want to spread happiness, you want to spread love instead of some of the stuff that's happening. So that wakes me up in the morning, that gets me pumped up and excited. And we want to help everybody in South Africa and other parts of Africa, be able to take advantage of this. And Lawrence, I'm excited to be here, and we'll be here every day or whatever we need to do to find those people that understand that timing is on their side. We're going to get the whole country at some point in time, or a big percentage of the country. And the question you got to ask yourself, do I want to get in at the beginning and help build this, or do I want to come in and just be a participant? It doesn't matter. It's up to you, but the timing is on your side right now.
Absolutely, Darryl, Maria, thank you very much. And I think it's really important to say, the South African market, if you look at the marketplace as a whole, it's not about people traveling today. It's about people wanting to travel in 2021. It's about people wanting to travel in the future. But it's the business model. We are going to change people's lives with the business model. And guys, I've had a lot of experience about building teams. Really important to understand. And I don't like saying this, but you have to say this, with or without you, this business is going to grow to tens of thousands of members. We already have tens of thousands of members, and now we're going to have tens of thousands of members more in the South African and African marketplace. And this is your opportunity to get in early. This is your opportunity to get in before the crowd start to get in. So I'd like to welcome any questions. I think we've still got Todd on the call as well. And if anyone's got any questions, please take your mic off and fire some questions at us. And we still have a little bit left, and we can answer some questions for you. Anyone want to ask us any questions, guys?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry, man. I might sound like an idiot, but I don't do Zoom much. So, basically, I've listened to the presentation, and I find it quite interesting. You see, South Africans, of the experience, I was in sales for 20 years, and I found out that the one dream everybody has is that they want to travel.
Yeah.
And you're basically selling a dream. So I think this is a very tangible thing, But the question I have is the 4 W's and H, this basic selling. I want to know if I'm going to be doing this thing. Is first of all, when does the traveling happen? Because of our current situation, where people are, scared. The borders are starting to open up, all of these things. Where? Basically, is it limited, or is it only like timeshare with certain places? Who? Basically, if you're in Cape Town, who do you report to? And then the why, right? So the 4th W is why. He's basically answered the why. Why would I take this? Because it's going to be a lot cheaper for me to travel. And then the last thing, which is, it's called the 4 W's and the H is how. So basically, I'm asking, I've listened to it, but I think we also need to know, how do you sign up for this? How do you sign other people up? Because it's fascinating, but if I can just narrow it down to that, it will make life a lot easier for me, And but I appreciate that. I think that man, I can understand why he's one of the top guys, because you can sell something, but because I know what a salesman sounds like. I was a sales manager for almost 15 years. However, I think he's speaking sales language to normal people, and those people obviously just want to. If you speak to anyone, if you're selling anything, you got to compact it into how do I get going, and if you can make up something that makes it a lot easier, then I'll appreciate that. Thank you. That's my point.
Thank you. So if I could just jump in for 2 seconds before handing over to Todd and to Darryl Maria. Farouk, really appreciate your questions, mate. Some really good questions there. And first of all, this does not just apply to international travel. So if you're living in Cape Town and you want to travel to Durban, or if you're living in you want to travel to...
Be a tourist in your own country first. I mean, that's
Correct.
a problem we have, and that's my concept, because people, I've got 2 quantums in Cape Town, and I'm currently offering people trips where they tourists in their own country. You understand? And they are fascinated because they were kept locked down like prisoners in this levels that we had here, and they just want to be free, you know. So if you can guarantee them a day out, remember, people are not that brave yet. If you have what is called what did they call this, a Shawshank syndrome. It's when a prisoner is released from the jail, but he doesn't understand how far he can go.
Yeah, right.
You understand? So this is going to be basically the exciting part, is you can be part of reintroducing people into the world. But I feel from my part, there's a cake. You can't eat the whole cake alone, your stomach's going to pain. So the little piece I can cut off, chew, which is do tourism here, I can do. So that is basically how do I get that going. It's a good answer you have there, Lawrence.
Thank you. So Darryl Maria, Todd, you're probably in a good position to answer the COVID question, or I can do it. Are you still with us, Todd? Okay,
Yeah,
so,
you can go ahead, but I just want to say reintroducing people to the world. I like that, and I'm going to start using that.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Hey, you
Reintroduce.
gotta pay me for that, eh? Hey, Todd.
Well, here's what I'm going to give you credit for the first time or two, but after the third or fourth time, it's coming from me.
You know, that's South Africans. We like to do things for people. Carry on.
Thank you. Go ahead, Todd or Lawrence. It doesn't matter, and then we'll all add to that.
So coming back to the COVID one, with the membership, we're not travel agents, so we're not booking travel for people on a daily basis, as in tomorrow and the day after. So as we're going forward and pushing forward, we're finding a lot of members, and Todd will have the stats. We've got a lot of members who have been, I think we had 500 odd members away on trips last week alone. And people are starting to travel without a shadow of a doubt. And there is a fear factor. Without a shadow of a doubt, there's a fear factor. But if you became a member today, you would have to save up probably 2 to 3 months to get, or call it 3 to 4 months. So we're talking around the December period to get the $1 deals, to get the $5 deals. So if you think of it very much as a travel savings program, it helps you to understand it more.
But also remember, sorry for cutting your word.
No, that's fine.
If people are going to be traveling in December, you're going to have to make whatever's available a lot earlier, because as you know, things get congested. Or does this club allow you like some kind of protected access to places, or is it, I'm just getting this wrong. Sorry for interrupting. I'm going to lose this. I've got a short-term memory sometimes. Okay. But if I miss something, it goes. Sorry about that. I'm done. I don't know what you're saying. I'm looking at the mirror.
No,
Sorry about
that. No problem. Todd, do you want to jump in on that one?
Well, yeah, you were sharing with everybody that obviously the fact that we've had more people traveling as a company than any time in our company history. And that's partly because there's nothing else to do. In fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine about an hour ago, and this is unrelated to our company, but she happens to have a home that's up in the mountains here in Southern California. And she put it on Airbnb. She's booked for like 9 months straight. I mean, she goes, I've never seen anything like it. And she goes, but I finally figured it out, because people can't go do a lot of other things. They're now looking to do the one thing they can do. Well, the same is true with our resorts, meaning we have these resorts all over the world. Many of them you can drive to. and you can go there and get a 2-bedroom, two bathroom, 2 balcony, living room, full kitchen, meaning at some of our resorts, people have more social distancing at our resort than they do at home. And so you can go to this resort, be in this incredible environment with, the palm trees, the swimming pools, the hot tub, the ping pong, the pool table, the arcade room. You can go on walks and the trails and the nature. I mean, people are tired of being quarantined at home. I mean, they're going stir crazy. I just want to go somewhere, anywhere but here. And they can go, but they can't go to a lot of other things. The movie theaters are closed. The regular theater's closed. The water park is closed. All of the stuff, if you have kids, right? All the the trampoline parks and stuff like that, they're closed. Disney's closed. The amusement park is closed. But I can go to the P2S Travel Resort, take my family there and have an incredible experience. And so I think that's part of the reason we've had this boom of people traveling as a company, because you can drive there. It's all the social distancing. Even when you go to the pool, they have these plastic partitions to kind of keep you away from the people that are next to you. So people are there on a safe, clean vacation, then there's nothing else to do. And so that's kind of what's driving a lot of our activity right now.
I think
Maria, you experienced a couple of these just recently, so.
Correct.
Yeah.
The other thing, sorry, that we haven't mentioned for all the South Africans on this call, and if you do join us, you also get a free incentive trip to either to Bali or to Thailand. Now, Thailand specifically is very important for South Africans because South Africans need to get visas for passports. They can't just travel freely to Europe or freely to America, but they can travel freely to Thailand. And there's a lot of South Africans who would love that dream of being able to go to Thailand for $1 per night. And in this case, it's a free incentive. So it's a free trip to Thailand.
Yeah, and the other thing that I wanted to add, Lawrence, to Farouk is that when you become a member, you have access to a back office area that contains your travel site, contains the Dreamcation platform that you can look at. So if you want to do an individual hotel stay for a getaway, maybe for a weekend, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever that you decide, you go back there. It's just like a regular one, but you get access to the wholesale rates of all these hotels all over the world. They're not just in one area, they're all over the world. So yeah, the Marriott, the Hilton, all that stuff, everything that you want is back there in that travel site. And then on top of that, the Dreamcation platform, what we're talking about with the resorts, if you want to stay a little bit longer, 8 days, 7 nights, or 5 days, 4 nights, you also have that availability also in the back office known as the Dreamcation platform with getaways, and all over 2,000 plus resorts all over the world. So you have access to that. So it's really simple to become a member. The person that invited you can give you a link to their website. They go on there and you click join, and then you pick whatever package that you want based on your budget. And you can go back there and then access to the membership and the savings and the discounts and everything that's back there.
Perfect.
Yeah, well said. In addition to that, Farouk, you also asked the question about, do you have to do this? Do you have to do the selling? And the answer to that is no. Todd, Darryl, Maria, myself, and some of the other people on this call are prepared to put the time in to help you build your business. So every week as we push forward, we will have Zoom calls, we will have training calls. So you don't have to do any selling. You can just say to people, jump onto a Zoom call, come and have a listen. And as we start to get bigger and as we start to get more South Africans going on holidays, it really does start to sell itself, because, when you're lying on a pool in Cape Town at the Radisson Blu, or you in Vegas, the question always comes up to the guy next to you or to the lady next to you, where are you from? How much did you pay for your holiday? And she goes, well, I paid $780 for a 5-night stay, and which I booked via XYZ booking platform. And she says, how much do you pay? And you almost feel embarrassed to say to her, well, I'm here for less than $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those videos out, it starts to make a lot of sense to other people, especially people that want to travel.
Yeah, the question is, who do you know that would like to travel for free? Who do you know that wants to travel for less? And who do you know that wants to actually get paid to travel? If you ask us, and you said, hey, I've got 20 people, or
Todd,
10
I can't see you. Am I doing something wrong?
can you see it? Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
if you said, hey, guys, tomorrow I've got 12 people or 5 people or 30 people, can you guys come back on and do the presentation? Lawrence, Todd, Maria, and I would be here tomorrow doing that for you. So in other words, we work for you, and we'll show you everything that we do. But the big question is, do you know people that would like to travel? Do you know people that want to travel for less? Do you know people that want to travel for free? And do you know people that want to get paid for travel? Now, here's how the resorts work. Maria, I'll let you do that from the points. They add up every.
And so what's really cool is that every single month of your membership, you know, you have these points. It's like a travel savings bank is what I do it. So worst case scenario, even for if you're not going to be traveling for 30 days or 60 days, your points are adding up every single month. And that's really cool because you can use those points to buy down the cost of your resort vacation in the Dreamcation platform. So either you can buy down the cost of a resort, an 8-day, 7-night stay, or you can buy down the cost of a world tour, whether it's to Vegas or it's to Florida or Tenerife, Spain. It doesn't matter, but whatever's back there, it's so cool that you can have this travel savings bank add up every single month.
Well, and I've had a couple people say, well, I got to wait till the pandemic goes away. And I said, well, here's how it works. And I explained what Maria just explained. Every month, your points get bigger and bigger and bigger. So in 4 months from now, 3 to 4 months from now is when you have enough points to start taking some of the vacation. In 5 months, you definitely can take almost any of the 2,000 resorts that are out there. So I tell a person, if you wait for 5 months, then your points start accumulating in 5 months. If you get started now, your points start accumulating now. So when the pandemic is cleared up in 5 months from now, you're ready to travel. Or if it takes longer, now you've got enough points to take 2 trips. Yep. So the points accumulate when you enroll, and they also accumulate every single month, and you turn those points in to take those resorts that would be $1,500, $2,000 down to a few dollars for the entire week.
And in addition to those trips, we've also got the ability to book any hotel, very much similar to Booking.com, where you can actually go on and book any hotel anywhere in the world, 1.2 million plus hotels. And Bianca didn't expect me to do this, but Bianca's nodding her head there, and she lives in Dubai. She's only been a member for a month and a half or 2 months. But Bianca, you recently booked the Grosvenor House Hotel, which is one of the world's best 5-star hotels. What was the experience like booking that through our hotel platform? Can you just, for 2 minutes, just tell us about it?
Sure. Hi, Farouk. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. So I rightly said the Grosvenor House is a world-renowned resort, and we're lucky enough to have that here on our doorstep in Dubai. From the very beginning, from the moment I logged on to have a look at the prices, I'm one of those people, like Todd mentioned earlier on, that likes to cross-check and make sure they're getting the best for their buck. So I matched it against Booking.com. I matched it against their website prices as well. Had a look at what their rooms offered, had a look at what our back office is offering in terms of descriptions that come up versus how much it actually costs. And I found a really good way to get more for my money than what was being offered anywhere else. So if you take your time to really read through the offerings on the back office and make sure that what the descriptions are putting up there versus how much you're paying, you can really, really, really get one of the best deals out there. So that for me was quite fun because I like small projects like that. It was really, really simple to book. All I needed to do was just click continue, add to cart, like you would on any online shopping. So most ladies love the back office. I definitely do. Fill out your details, and Bob's your uncle. You have a booking. You've got your confirmation email with your dates, with your cancellation policies, what you've included in the room rate. Because I'm a little bit of a stickler, and this was my first booking through the platform, I phoned the hotel 2 days later to double check if there was a booking. And straight away, hi, Mrs. Futures. Yes, your bookings for 2 days on X next date. And I was completely blown away because I was very skeptical, very skeptical, because I used to book my holidays through Booking.com. And now it's Booking.who. I have no idea who they are anymore. From the moment we arrived, we were treated like absolute royalty. The COVID precautions that they put in place were out of this world. They disinfected our luggage. They took our luggage up to the rooms for us. They gave us a COVID pack with masks, with sanitizer, with gloves. The pens were in packets. They just went above and beyond. So the actual experience from booking to checking in to getting upgraded to receiving a room more than triple what I should have paid. I had a 2-bedroom apartment with membership benefits. I was upgraded, definitely not something I paid for, but I'm definitely not complaining either. So the overall experience was out of this world. And we recently ran a competition, or are still running one actually, with members who have taken getaways through the platforms, have done wee trips, and I submitted my video of what I've experienced during COVID. And I'm actually now, 2 weeks time, going on my 3rd hotel booking through the NetNet portal. So our next trip's off to the Jumeirah Zabil Zarai, which is on the Palm, if anybody knows Dubai very well, which is a man-made island. So very excited for that. And it's only through our NetNet portal that I get these amazing deals.
So
But
Bianca,
Farouk, I agree with you entirely. Give back to the country that you're living in at the moment. And the NetNet portal allows you to do that. It's got thousands and thousands and thousands of opportunity, especially somewhere here like Dubai. We've got resident specials, which makes traveling very, 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 very
So I'm going to
cheap.
tell you something, Bianca. If you ever get a chance, come and see Cape Town.
I used to live in
see
SA. I have been to Cape Town. I actually had my 21st birthday in Cape Town.
Yeah, you know why they call it the mother city? Yeah.
No, please
Anyways,
elaborate.
so for
Okay.
everyone on this call, thank you, Bianca. I'm going to ask Darryl and Todd to jump back on, but just for everyone, Bianca's been with the company for just under 2 months, and that is her 3rd trip already. So it just shows you that people are traveling.
And I'm off to the Maldives in December.
wow.
Doing big things.
Yeah, I'm sick of being stuck in the country. I've given back. Now I need to leave.
Bianca, that's amazing. Eh?
Thank you, Farouk.
It's funny. I talked to a lady this morning, Bianca, that she's in the medical field. And so I was actually asking questions about, what do you think? I mean, what's going on? COVID, mask, just kind of her quick opinion. And she goes, all I know is I'm over it and I'm desperate to go somewhere.
100%
I
agree.
think that's the way the world feels right now. Everyone's kind
Yeah.
of done with it. Yeah.
The cool thing about what you can do is to create that travel social bubble no matter where you go. So if you're going to go to a resort, you make it your own little bubble, and it's like a home away from home. And the same thing with any hotel room. Just do it to the way you want to create that bubble, and that's how people can travel and just be safe and follow all the guidelines.
And
So
have fun.
go to the hotel and have a blast.
Sure.
Hopefully, Farouk, we addressed a lot of your questions. I believe Vanna invited you to this call tonight. So get back to Vanna. If you have any other questions, I'm sure if he can't answer them, he'll get in contact with me. Away, and we will try and endeavor to answer all of your questions.
Farouk had one last question. He asked if he had to sign up, who would he report to? So now that we know that Vanna invited him to the call, Farouk, if you do sign up, Vanna will be your go-to person. If you can never get hold of Vanna, you can get hold of me. If you can never get hold of me, you can get hold of Ati. If you can't get hold of Ati, you can get hold of Lawrence. You can get hold of Darryl, Maria, everyone. Todd. I mean, Todd is like up there. Darryl and Maria are up there, but they're just normal people and they're so easily contactable. So if you can't get hold of Vanna, the world is your oyster. The upline just keeps on rolling.
Hey, we're here to help. But one thing I want to do real quick is Werner. We've done a few of these, and obviously you and I have talked offline here, but what do you love about this so much? What got you to say, Lawrence, I'm ready to go. Let's do this thing. What made you sign up, and why are you here?
Hi, Darryl and Maria. Hi, Todd. So when I signed up, for me, my why was my family, my wife and my child. And I wanted a better life for them, and better life, better income, more time spending with my little daughter that I didn't have a chance to do because I was in the motor trade. And after that, my second thing is definitely holidays. I love going on holidays, but we didn't have the time or the money to go on holidays. And when I heard about all the the exciting deals and all the things that we can do in our back office was so amazing. And my wife is actually going wild because she's also a member of our club. And she's like, okay, where are we going first? And we constantly have fights of where are we going first when we have the job. So I'm leaving that part to her. I'm just going with her. So
Never man.
so yeah, but I love the company. I love how we work as a team. There's support all over. And, you know, we one big happy family. And it doesn't matter if you're number 1 or number 500. We all are one.
Absolutely. Well said, Werner. And I think one of the big things, guys, is, and you know, a couple of you on this call know my story. I came from a background where I'm a traditional businessman. I've owned 16 companies. I've exited some of those companies for seriously big money, and I've lost seriously big money. But in 2012, I realized I needed a second income. And, you know, Werner, for instance, knows I used to own the Nelson Mandela Bay Sevens, which is a very famous rugby event in South Africa. Wow. I owned that with a couple of very well-known South African people. And that became a world-famous event. And I realized at the time that I couldn't rely just on that business to put money in my pocket. I needed more security for my family. And I got involved in network marketing, and I first built a team up of around 3,000 people in the Bitcoin world. Then I got involved in gold, and since March last year, I built up a team of 12,000 people. And these are mainly South African guys. This is how quickly these things grow. You know, from March last year, we grew almost by 12,000 people in an industry that is not attractive to most people. You know, most people are not attracted to gold. Most people are not attracted to Bitcoin. So now suddenly think what we can do with an attractive, sexy product that we want to travel. And that's why I came over to this company. I came over when Todd and I first spoke. What really excited me about this company is not the ability for me to earn $1 million. That wasn't my excitement. My excitement was helping Werner make more money and have more time freedom than what he did with his day job at Isuzu. That's what I loved. That was where my passion was. I wanted to help more people make more money, more people have more time freedom, and I wanted to put more boarding passes into people's hands.
Sure.
Lawrence.
Hey, bro.
Lawrence, Todd, Maria, and everyone on the call. I just got a question.
Hey, Ati.
I just got a question. What is the advantage of getting in on the membership now? So what's the advantage in South Africa, because we're launching the company and we're launching the product? What's the advantage of getting in now and then getting in 3 months from now?
Everybody who signs up falls underneath you, Ati. It all accumulates your points, and those points then fund your bank account, and that bank account funds your travels. Simply put.
Exactly what she said. So if I enrolled Werner and I enrolled Bianca, I have one on my left and one on my right. Now, let's say I go out and find 10 more people or 100 people. We've brought in 150 plus people so far personally. And now when I get those first two, everything else falls underneath it. So now I go get Todd, and I put Todd, happens to fall. He has to go on one of the two legs underneath Bianca. So now Bianca.
This is like getting into Herbalife when it started.
Well done.
Microsoft.
This is literally like getting into Herbalife when it started, because imagine the people who were the first salespeople of Herbalife. They probably relaxing in some beach somewhere constantly. They don't. Oh my God.
Scott, you got it. You understand that. That's it. So again, whomever invited you here, get back with them, get the next spot, because like Lawrence keeps telling you guys, over the next 12 months, next 15 months, as South Africa continues to grow, some people stick their toe in, some people, well, let me wait and see what happens. Those people are going to look back, 4 months from now, 8 months from now, and say, man, I should have got in, when the stock was at $1, Apple stock, and now what it is today. That's the same difference here. If you are going to do Do it now. Don't wait, because Werner may find somebody tonight to talk to after this call. And if that person gets in before you, well, you benefit them. If you get in before them, they benefit you. And or maybe you just want to take advantage of the product. It's totally up to you. But I'm excited about you guys. Whatever we can do to help, we'll continue to do it.
So has anyone got any other questions?
Nah, I'll get the rest from Werner. I just want to leave Darryl with something. My brother, you look very South African.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
I think that was
I was about to say the same thing, bro. Darryl, are you sure? Something like that.
yeah.
You look like you're from somewhere, you know, in Malmesbury, but you look like
In Mannenberg or something like that.
Yeah, he's looking like a couple of guys around here from the hood.
So when I come out there in 2021 sometime, I'll fit right in.
You fit in. We just need to get you like a baseball cap, and there you are.
Okay. I have plenty of those.
Yes.
Plenty of baseball caps.
Probably original. We've got a lot of knockoffs here in Cape Town.
Yeah, Darryl's.
Sorry.
Is involved.
Sorry, I have a question, please.
Yes.
Yep.
I've listened to everything and it really sounds amazing. And I just wanted to know, do you guys have probably a website or someone we can follow to really just see the results, like to see the experience that you get to have when you go on these trips? Yeah, because no pictures or whatnot was shown. It was just more of how the benefits of the business.
Yes,
I'm gonna write this down.
show you as much information as you want. We can drown you in information. We can
That back
drown you
office.
in wonderful videos. We've got everything you want. Just get hold of one of us. We will start to bring you into the groups. We'll start to show you quality information, and you can have as much as you need to see.
But I get a question. It's like, can she like, what do you call this? YouTube follow someone or just check what somebody's doing? You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yep.
You have that kind of information on there.
Yeah, like if someone's on a
something-
trip, as I think Bianca was saying, I'm not sorry, like she's going on a trip soon, so her Instagram
You can
handle,
follow me on
whatever, so then-
Instagram. I've just put it onto the group.
And if you have highlights,
Yeah,
and
some of my
whatnot.
highlights are from my past trips. So you can have a look from the Grosvenor. You can have a look from the JA Resort. And then I'll be going to the Zabils Rai on the 2nd of October. So you can follow me on Instagram. But also follow Darryl and Maria on Facebook. They are away way more than I sleep in my own bed. They are in a different hotel in Vegas. They are traveling the world because their daughter lives in Washington, if I stand corrected. So they travel up and down, and their son is also on his way to being a pro baller, so they travel with him around America as well. So they're probably good ones to follow. They're literally never at home.
Whatever you need, we can definitely accommodate that. And then once you get started as well, we have a P2S fan club on Facebook that we put lots of things together. And right now the company's in the midst of everybody that's taking trips. They're aggregating all the trips and they're developing a marketing video. So probably within the next month or two, you'll have an actual marketing video of the trips from people like Bianca and us and hundreds of others of people. But, you know, we even have video. Maybe next time, Lawrence, we'll show the last place we actually stayed. It's a 2-minute video. We can actually just kind of show you that. We typically just kind of go through the room, et cetera, and show you that. But
to answer your question, Andy, is it Nandi or Nande? I want to make sure I say your name correctly. Did I get that right? Nandi? Nande? Okay.
She's got a
Nandi.
Nandi.
I don't know. This is my sister's Zoom meeting, but I'm Nalo. Close to Nala, but it's just got an O.
Yeah, this is
Nice to meet you, Nalo. Yeah, we do have individual people around that have all their testimonials, is what you call it, places that they've been at, so you can see all the information.
Ah, there she is. Hey, Nalo.
Here I am.
I'm still looking at it. Okay.
Hey.
Don't worry, I'll become clever one of these days.
Well, maybe next time, Farouk.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, who invited you? Scott? Suela?
Scott Swela.
Suela? Who invited you? Was it Werner?
Ati.
Ati, okay. Are you a rugby player?
No. Not even. Everyone.
Hey, Scott.
I want to ask a question about like a drafted or a semi kind of structural presentation that whereby you can introduce the content to someone, because you guys said you're the ones who would present the whole thing to potential clients who would be signed up. But I mean, if you're going to suggest something to someone, you might as well actually give them heads up, proper heads up, you know, something that you also look informed about, because as much as you guys will be presenting the packages and whatnot to everyone, but I mean, it actually makes it brings much more satisfaction when you as the person are also selling yourself, you know. So this person's also going into this thing, you know, with good expectations of the fact that they also trust you, because that's one of the big things about these kind of things. As you could hear, Bianca said she actually verified, so there was a little bit of mistrust. So if you as the person actually give that person heads up and kind of give them a semi copy and paste of what they would hear, because you guys make it look formal, you know, you guys are the formal guys, you guys are the one you are literally in it. We are just at introductory levels, if you get what I'm saying. So so if I know, for example, I mean, if I have a drafted something that whereby I can present something to someone, talk to them about this, like how this meeting actually went, then it would help a lot.
So Scotty, there's actually a whole area in your back office dedicated to training. So from the very moment you sign up to however far down the line it goes, there is a presentation. So you can take that presentation, you can learn it, you can play it, you can share it, you can perfect it. It's yours to play with. As long as the information that you're giving is 100% true and authentic to the company, you can tailor it. You can make your own presentation, or you can spitball, you can learn it. The information is there from the very moment you sign up. There are trainings on compensation plans. There is the whole video that you've just witnessed. There's people's own versions like Darryl and Maria as well. They have perfected this a million times. And like you say, it's professional, they've done it, they're used to it, but it's there for you to stop, pause, write down, extract. It's there for you to tailor.
Yeah, and to add on to that, Scott, in addition to that, we also have, as a new partner, we give you access to your own website. So you have your own website that has the videos, that has the information, that has the compensation plan download, everything that you need in PDF form. Everything is there. So we give you the tools that you need, in addition to the recorded presentations that Bianca was talking about that you have access to, in addition to the live ones. We just like doing it live and formal. That's our formal corporate presentation. That's why we do a little bit unique one. Afterwards, we do question and answer so that we can, you know, maybe just get you to, you know, ask any type of question that you want, like you have been, and then we answer those. But we give the partner all the information and tools that they need to move forward in their new business.
So
just to add,
to target clients. Sorry.
Okay,
yeah, you can speak.
So obviously on the call, I generally send the people that I invited on the call, an email with basically more information and presentation with testimonial videos as well, and links that you can actually go through, and you can look at everything slower. And then we look to come back to each other and chat again afterwards. So everyone that's on this call that I invited, or everyone that's on this call should get that email after the call, where there is a few links there that have a presentation and have more information and have testimonial videos, etc. So yeah, but good question. But yeah, I'll sort you out. Definitely after the call.
Brother. One more question.
Can I please say something?
Okay, sure.
Oh, sorry. With
speaking now?
this whole
Oh,
network
no.
marketing, yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Carry on.
Yeah, with this whole network marketing thing, like I do something that's different, but it is a network marketing thing. And also with starting off something like this, it gets really difficult if you go to someone and you tell them all the benefits. They're not really gonna believe you, and they're already kind of
Because
turned off
people have
before they
been
meet
bit
you.
by pyramid schemes. I agree with you completely.
Yeah, not pyramid schemes, but they just don't believe this kind of thing. They don't believe that someone can actually live that life or whatever. Because people sometimes think that they're really too clever to know some things, and they don't really want to look into information. So the best way that Ati actually did it was like, hey, I think there's something that you really like, and then he sent me the link, and I was like intrigued to listen to the meeting. So they already come to
Well
the
done,
meeting, they're
Ati.
intrigued. And now they want to learn more afterwards. That basically makes you filter out the people that aren't going to build your business and the people that actually do want to make a living for themselves and are going to help build you in the process.
100%.
Oh, said no.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Every time we're on here, there's some amazing folks that articulate information like what you just heard from Ati and Nala.
Nalo?
Nala.
Now,
Okay, I think what we're going to do is just duck and get out of you guys' way. You guys already understand the concepts and what needs to be done. So I'm blown away and impressed with just the questions and the way the last you two just articulated the information. I'm blown away. This is going to be awesome out there.
Excellent.
Excited.
Now I'm very aware of the time. I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you very much for all of your time. Everyone that had a listen. Darryl, Maria, Todd, Bianca, Ati, Vanna, thank you for speaking. I know Vanna, Bianca, Ati, it wasn't planned. You know, for those of you that asked questions, thank you very much for Ruben.
You see, I like real things. This was real, you know. It wasn't like because I tell you something, we have a saying in the motor trade, and I hope you don't mind by me quoting this, and Todd, you can steal this again. We say two things. If it sounds too good to be true, it normally is. So you got to overcome that objective. And the second thing is, I think, is obviously that you got to understand that this is something where you are going to be extending the trust that people have in you to something. You understand? And trust is earned over many years. And people like Werner and myself, who've been in the trade for 20 years, we've got 20 years worth of people that bought motor cars, which is the second most important thing you buy in your life, besides a home. And you don't want to go and disappoint people like that, because I mean, I'm running all sides, kinds of side businesses at the moment, and these people have been supporting me for the last 15 years, whether I'm selling food or whether I'm driving transport. You know, they are the people, and once trust is earned, doors are opened, and it's just so important. And that's why I agree with the lady, what's her name, Nalo, that if you're going to be putting your reputation on the line, you want to be doing it with something reputable. So although I come across as jovial in the beginning, I'm quite a serious businessman, you understand? So I think for people like us that have seen, and yet, like she said, Nalu taught me something. Sometimes there's people that act too clever, and we all know them when they come in and buy motor cars. And unfortunately, it doesn't help you when you're selling something to be smarter than the person who wants to be clever. So at the end of the day, I think what Todd is saying, for us to move on to the phase of going out there, getting it. But it's also important that we get these questions off our chest, because I mean, sometimes after the initial meeting, when you back off and go onto that thing, you know, these type of questions can never be asked again, because you'll ask them, but you'll ask them in different.
Can I just give you guys one quick question, because I've seen some of the questions on the chat. I just want to show you something. Can you see this card?
Hold on, you must bear with me now.
You see at the bottom it says Visa card, and it has that company name on.
Yes.
Guys, Visa probably does more KYC, know your client. Visa company is one of the biggest financial institutions in the world. They have gone through our company with a fine-tooth comb. The fact that we are allowed to put our name onto a co-branded card with Visa should make you guys realize that we are 100% real, And that have looked at everything. They've looked at the company's turnovers. They've looked at the company's clients. They've looked at the records. They've gone into this company in depth, more depth than any of us on this call could ever do. And they're issuing cards, which is a co-branded card. And that speaks volumes for the company. So, about pyramid schemes and all that sort of stuff. Guys, genuine, I've been in the industry for a long time. I've been a businessman. Farouk, I was a dealer for BMW. I've been around the block, guys. This is so far away from being a pyramid scheme, it's scary. And if anyone, please send me.
I think that's a good point, Lawrence. And the next couple of guys you talk to, you show them that card in the beginning. That's something tangible,
Absolutely.
No, but that's the thing. You don't want to over-explain yourself before someone actually asks questions. Because over-explaining yourself can also be. So it came to a point where you actually needed to, because someone was just like, hey, this is a very pyramid scheme thing, and that was just that had to.
Darryl, what's your background? What's your background?
What do you mean? Me?
Yeah. What do you do? What's your background?
I have a delivering and catering company that I run, and I'm into an independent field advertiser network marketing business. So it basically sells products from clientele life. Those are the two things that I do.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I just leave you with one small thing? As you guys grow in South Africa, and I say you guys because you're the people there on the floor. I can do as much as I can from Dubai, but you guys are in the heart of South Africa. You're going to start building your groups on social media. You're going to start building your trainings and your team platform that's going to allow you guys to get to know each other better. It's going to allow you guys to form an alliance. It's going to let you guys get to know who you're working with, who you can trust, who you can believe in. And it's going to create that bond. And as you create that bond, that's what you can really build on and put forward to the rest of South Africa, to the rest of the world. And that's what people are going to gravitate towards, and that's what people are going to believe in. Because as much as we say we want to be here for the money, as much as we say we want to be here for the travel, we're also here because of the people that we surround ourselves with. Because if you hated me and I hated you, I couldn't be bothered. Let's just put it out there. So if we believe in the people that we are literally talking to every single day, we're going to pour that out unintentionally, and people are just going to gravitate towards that. But on that standpoint, we do trainings weekly. So we try and help you find your why, help you identify your why. We try and help you build on that why, and then build your track and push out. We give you all the tools that you need, from our knowledge, from Todd's knowledge, from Darryl's knowledge, my dad's knowledge, Vanna's knowledge. We give you all the little bits of tools, and then you can perfect your niche and build upon that. So you're never alone.
There's just so many ideas that I have in my head on even how to present this. Just imagine going to a board of directors and just 10 minutes of their time before a meeting, before they have their morning meetings. Even to form alliances would benefit that. That would be an alliance that I would want to do. For us to have a target market of people that we attack. So Farouk, the man in Cape Town who's our biggest talker, I want to link up with that man. He's hungry, that man. He's hungry, that man.
Exactly. Link up with everyone. I mean, if you guys can give each other ideas, it's all for the same goal, and that's building the team, building South Africa, building your team, because essentially everything Farouk does or you do, it will benefit everybody. So they always say 2 brains are better than 1, right?
I just love the fact we've got so many under 30 yards on this call, and you guys are all so confident to just stand up and talk. Guys, I'm proud of you. That really is. It's awesome. Some of you don't realize Bianca's my daughter, and there's a lot of people on this call who know a lot of people on this call, and we've known each other 8, 9, 10 years, and I'm just so proud of how these young people stand up and get counted. That's awesome.
I'm beaming, Lawrence. I mean, the exact point you're making, I'm like, wow, look at this incredible leadership group we have, sub 30. This is incredible.
It is. It really is, Todd. It really is. So guys, I'm going to say good evening. Thank you very much for listening to us. Todd, Darryl, Maria, and everyone else on this call, have a lovely evening. Please reach out to us if there's any questions, and we're happy to answer any question. We won't shy away from anything. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank
Good evening.
And let's just hope Man United win tonight, please.
Gosh.
Oh, I feel so happy.